Lord Vishnu starts narrating the story of a Brahmana named Susharma when Lakshmi Devi inquires about him. This Susharma, although being born in a Brahmana family, was very sinful. He did not invite any guests, he did not give any charity, and he did not chant the holy names of the Lord. And he made a living by selling leaf plates. The money he made, he used it for eating meat and drinking wine. In this way, he was leading a sinful life. And one day, when he was trying to collect leaves from a sage's garden, he was encountered by an angry snake. The snake bit Susharma so hard that he died on the spot, and he suffered various hellish punishments for all his sinful deeds. And eventually, he took birth as a bull in his next life, who was then sold to a crippled man. So the bull had to work really hard for over 8 years, and one day he was totally exhausted and he collapsed on the ground, so tired. The people around him felt so much pity, and they were kind hearted, and they gave blessings and prayers for the bull. And among them there was a prostitute who also wanted to give the bull the good merits she had achieved in her life, though she was not very sure if she had any, for the well-being of the bull. The bull eventually died, and when the soul was taken to Yamaloka in front of Yamaraja just told Susharma that you don't have any sinful deeds in your account because of the blessings of a prostitute, so you will be born as a good Brahmana in your next birth. So this Susharma again was so surprised that all the sinful activities in his account had disappeared because of a kind-hearted prostitute, and he was able to remember his previous lives and his sinful deeds, and he was so curious to meet the prostitute to know what kind of piety she had achieved, so she could help him get through all the hellish punishments. Now Susharma goes to her place and describes his previous lives and requests her about the piety she had achieved. Now the prostitute says, I have this parrot with me, and he recites some hymn every day, and I keep hearing that hymn, and probably that's the only piety I have achieved, and because of that hymn you got released from all the punishments. And now both of them turn towards the parrot and asks him. Now the parrot tells his own story, where the parrot was also a Brahmana in his previous life, but he was very jealous and proud that he would insult everybody else, and because of such hurtful deeds he also had to suffer in hell for a long time. And then he was born as a parrot, and again because of so many sinful activities both his parents died after a few days of his hatching out of his egg. And there were some sages who took him, and they protected him and kept in a cage in their hermitage. And these nice sages were teaching Bhagavad Gita first chapter shlokas to their children every single day. And this parrot also eventually learnt the shlokas of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And one fine day there was a thief who stole this parrot and sold to this prostitute, and that's how this parrot learned the shlokas and he was reciting, and this prostitute had earned the merit of listening to those wonderful shlokas of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Susharma was so inspired by this story, and he also started learning the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and all the three of them The parrot, the prostitute, and Susharma, they attain the spiritual world at the end of their lives. And now Lord Shiva also explains that anyone who hears, reads or recites the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita can easily get over the ocean of birth and death and engage in Lord Krishna's divine service.